All right, I think I surprised people with my my Stanley Cup bracket and my prediction of an all-Canadian Stanley Cup final between the Winnipeg Jets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And people don't know this about Mick Aussie, but Mick is a diehard Leaf fan. He lives in Edmonton, but he's actually a big Leaf fan. He watches Hockey Night in Canada every Saturday night to keep up with the Leafs and what's going on with the blue and white. Mitch Marner, like me, is his favorite Leaf. My favorite Leaf, Mitch Marner. Mick, you actually hate the Toronto Maple Leafs, don't you?
Oh, mate. Too many of their fans, and Cam will know this, around Canada just think they're great. What, they haven't won since, 64 or 56 or something? I actually wore a Leafs jersey to an ugly sweater contest, mate. That's how much I dislike some of their fans.
That's 54.
That's good. 56. They won since 1956. They won in 67. Same thing. No, it's the same thing. It was 67 the last time.
Yes.
I hope the Senators beat them. There you go.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, part of me, you know what? I'm picking the Leafs and I'm going to bet on the Leafs, but if I was just a neutral fan, like,
everyone's cheering for the Senators.
yeah, like it's sort of natural to sort of pull for Ottawa here. Brady Tkachuk is getting all Ottawa behind them too. Like, he's smart. He said, like, we need the entire city behind us, not just the players. And like, it's going to be a madhouse, although Leaf fans are going to partially take the building over. You know who the Leafs are, Mick? They're the Dallas Cowboys. Right, the Cowboys haven't won since like 93. What was it, 93, 94? Whatever it is. I think it was 94. They won. No, 93 did the Cowboys win last? Off the top of my head. I'll say 1993, but that's not 67, Mick, but it's sort of the same thing. Like, the Cowboys are like always on TV. People talk about them all the time, but they suck. Right? And they never end up winning. The Leafs are sort of like the Cowboys, I would say.
Oh, the only good thing about the Leafs is their colours. But when I was in Ottawa, my day job, I used to go to
the
Senators.
You approve of the blue and white? That's the only thing. What's that, Mick?
I used to go to the Senators, the building, talk to the receptionist and walk around there. So I used to go there quite a bit in my day job. So I got some love for the Senators. Not so much the city of Ottawa, but the Senators, yeah, and the CFL team. But their fans overtook the building there once. It was crazy, mate. And they're too arrogant all over Canada. One guy thought they were going to win the Stanley Cup before the proper season started. I laughed my head off at him.
It's like an annual tradition, though, that people enjoy of the Maple Leaf Square outside of the arena in Toronto. They show the games on a big screen, and once a year, you always have the agony of a bunch of Leaf fans crying and looking dejected, and after they get eliminated again. And people like Mick really enjoy it. I sort of feel sorry for them at this point. Like, I'm not a Leaf hater. I'm not a Leaf fan, but I'm not a Leaf hater. Like, I like the Blue Jays more. I'm a Raptor fan. I like the Blue Jays. So, like, I like the Blue Jays more than I like the Leafs. So this isn't, like, by any stretch, some sort of fandom pick for me in taking the Leafs, Kim. I just think that they have a legitimate chance of winning this year. I bought in on Stolarz. That's why. I also like the first-year coach angle. You got Berube, he's won before. You got a first-year coach here. You have a different style of hockey that the Leafs are playing. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is when I always tell people this, that you don't need a star goalie. Like, nobody knows who the hell Stolarz is. So people are like, oh, you're not going to win with Stolarz. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't really know who he is. He's playing well. He's 8-0 in his last 8 starts. The guy's got like a 9.42 save percentage, like, over the last month or so. He's smoking hot going into the playoffs right now. Before, there was thought with the Leafs, like, they don't have a number one goalie, and they're going to kind of go back and forth, and they hope that one of them will sort of become better than the other one in the playoffs. And Wall is good, but Stolarz has proven to be the guy. So I believe in him. I believe in him, and I think that the Leafs, it's, basically with the Leafs, guys, and if it's not the Leafs, I think it's Tampa for the record in the East. But the Leafs, people always talk about, oh, they need their role players or it's their goalie and stuff like that. The Leafs' problem in the playoffs is their best players don't play well. just point blank. Austin Matthews has not played well in the playoffs for them. Mitch Marner has not played well. Mitch Marner's been kind of the better one for them. Nylander has been injured and whatever. Like, the Leafs' top players don't all put it together in the playoffs. Maybe one of them will play well, but the other 2 or 3 don't. And then, you know what I mean? It's like a cycle. They need all of them pushing and playing well. You need Marner playing well. You need Matthews to score, right? Tavares has been solid. You need Nylander to score. I think they can do it. I think this Leaf team can legitimately do it this year in a wide open. And also, the thing is, the Eastern Conference isn't that good. It's kind of like just sort of mediocre. So, like, there's no overwhelming, like, Tampa and Florida, like, that's your toughest test in the second round.
I agree. And they've never had a player like a 4th or 5th scorer like Matthew Knies has 29 goals. You talked about Stolarz is the hottest goalie in the league. The guy's on fire. You also have a real coach in Craig Berube who's a badass. Look what Sheldon Keefe's doing with the Devils. They limp into the playoffs. So there's a lot to like, Gabe, but I know this team always seems to choke. I temper my expectations, but I think they're going deep as well. I think they're going to the cup.
Yeah, it's not Keefe's fault, though, that the Devils are limping into the playoffs.
No.
They're limping into the playoffs because they lost half their team.
Injuries. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not the coach's not the coach's fault in New Jersey. All right, so Mick, first game in Edmonton is going to be later in the week. Actually, they're playing Monday in LA. You're going to go out and celebrate and watch outside and with all the fans and stuff like that for this stuff.
Oh, I will if it's a Friday or Saturday night, but I'm a bit worried about their injuries. Their defenseman, Ekholm, I like him. I just read he's out for the whole first round, and Kane is a bit underdone. And as we know, Draisaitl and McDavid have been injured a bit as well, so they're definitely underdone. The only good thing about the Kings, I do like their white jerseys, but nah, I think Oilers can get it together, and they've won the last 3, I believe, against them in the series, so let's hope the Oilers can make a big run and maybe win a Stanley Cup for Canada for once.
I've got the Kings in 7 right now, although it's a toss-up. This is SportsGrid. I'm Morency. All right, we got Mick Aussie in the house, and Mick's come prepared tonight. Not only does he have AFL picks, but Indian Premier League cricket picks as well. And the Indian League is, I don't know, arguably the best league, Mick, or at least, one of the most bet leagues in the world. And we got the Delhi Capitals, 5-1 at the top of the table through 6 matches, 5-1. And they're in action tonight. They're taking on the Gujarat Titans, who are actually pretty good. They're in second place. The Titans are -125 against the Capitals. Bengaluru, -125 against the Punjab Kings. We have the Royals versus the Lucknow Super Giants, which is a pick'em. And my team, the Mumbai Indians, -163 against the Super Kings. Mumbai's only 3-4 so far this year, but I see the Super Kings are 2-5. I'm going to hammer Mumbai here, Mick. What do you got for us? What's your Indian insiders got for us?
Well, first of all, your Mumbai Indians beat my new team, the Sunrisers, this morning, but my mate Jazz, he follows it intensely. He likes the Kings to beat RCB tonight. He is a Kings fan, but he's still confident on that one. The Gujarat Titans to beat the Delhi Capitals, but that could be close. And he likes the Royals to beat the LSG, the Lucknow Super Giants. So I'm no expert on it, but, mate, it's very big money. The most richest tournament in the world. For 2 months, the top players make $3 million US. They had 500 million people watch the first game. Take that, USA. What's that? 3 times the audience of your Super Bowl? So just remember
5
that.
times.
5 times. Right.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
The Super Bowl is the last couple of years. The Super Bowl is breaking records, and it's around 125 million or so. The IPL to the AFL, the North Melbourne Kangaroos in action against the Blues, and I'm never doing it again, Mick. I'm done betting on the West Coast Eagles. I took them. Remember we talked about it last week. Oh, they're +38. They were up like 20-9 or so at first. I was like, all right. You know what? Maybe this is it. Maybe we're not going to get killed. I bet on it. I told Rob Vino to take the +38.5. They lost by what, 59 or something like that? Like they got killed again. They're terrible. I'm done betting on that team. Carlton and North Melbourne. Mick, what are your picks this week? What do you got for us?
Oh, I would love to see the Kangaroos beat the Carlton Blues. That was their first win last week against your Eagles. Look, the Kangaroos will probably be up at half-time, maybe at three-quarter time, but they can't play a full game. Take the Blues to win, but I'd love to see them lose. Maybe the Kangaroos cover. Big game, Easter Friday. They're playing in Easter down in Australia now, but two teams, I don't think either will make the 8.
All right, so speaking of West Coast, they're only getting 23.5 now, Mick. How bad are Essendon? They're only 23-point favorites against West Coast. I mean, at this point, we should just be betting against West Coast every game. Like, they're freaking terrible. They're 0-5 on the season. They're getting killed, Mick. Why is Essendon only 23.5-point favorites? And, dude, the Bombers are coming off a 96-57 win against the Demons.
Yeah, look, the Bombers are an average team. They'll finish probably about 12th or something like that. The reason this point spread's not as high, because it is over there in Perth, and the Eagles play all right there, but, mate, they're in big trouble. Their top players are going to lose. They're going to go worse, get some more draft picks, and totally rebuild. So, couple of tough years, mate, for your West Coast Eagles. Take the Bombers to win, and they probably should cover that 26.5. They're not a great team, though, but Bombers to win.
23.5. I'm going to lay the 23.5, but watch my luck. Then West Coast will play well. But yeah, okay. But
the 1 week you're like, I'm off these losers, and what a
they're
game.
not good. They're bad.
They're
like they get lit up every game. They get killed all the time. Like it's only 23.5.
And they're not just bad. Like, look at the point for they're like, this is brutal. Like, you look at the other team's averages. Man, these guys are awful. Like, that's not even bad. That's gross. They're way down there. Like, they do nothing.
I think their season average is minus 49, Mick, per game. I think they're losing by an average of 49 points a game, which isn't that's not easy to do.
No, it's not. It's hard to do.
It's like an NFL team losing like 66-7 every week.
Yeah.
This is Sports Rage. I'm Morency. Liking this parlay here, actually. Get a Carlton Blues to win and the Essendon Bombers to win at minus 125. Not bad odds, Mick, for a little mini two-team multi here. Carlton to win, Essendon to win, minus 125. We got Fremantle and Melbourne. The Dockers minus 278. If we threw that in, it turns into plus 145. Adelaide, your Crows are getting their 3.5-point favorites right now, minus 129 on the money line against Great Western Sydney. And then you got Richmond and Gold Coast, Mick. Gold Coast, 44.5-point favorites. Give us these picks and then the rest of them before you give us some investigative journalism as far as a cricket corruption story that you want to share. But who else do you like in the AFL?
All right, can't wait for that. But yes, the Dockers are in my 3-team multi. They should beat the D's. D's are terrible, 0-5. They can't score. And the pretty boy Fritsch has been dropped, so they're in big trouble. Giants against the Crows. Giants are the underdog in Adelaide. I'll be honest, I trust the Giants a bit more than the Crows. So I'm going against my home team there. Take the Giants to win. But that could be very, very close. And the Suns, yes, I like the Suns to beat the Tigers. So my 3-teamer multi is Gold Coast Suns, Fremantle Dockers, Essendon Bombers. And then the Carlton Blues as the 4th team and the Western Bulldogs as the 5th team. And the 5-teamer multi cash last week. And luckily I didn't give you the 6th team because Cam's Hawks got beaten by the Power Paps. So like a 5-teamer, be careful any more than that.
Yeah. We'd have to say, Mick, that the surprise, come on, this is a surprise to me. So I'll ask you, I don't know about the experts, but the fact that Gold Coast are 4-0. I mean, like, seriously, they're 44.5-point favorites. Looks like they're going to be 5-0 after this week. Are you surprised, Mick, that Gold Coast haven't lost a game yet?
Yes and no. They just beat the Crows by 1 point up there on the Gold Coast in the humidity. Look, they got the former Richmond Tigers premiership 3-time coach, Hardwick. He's up there, and they've been building for years, and their on-ballers are very good. This Matt Rao, he eats grass before he goes out. He is absolutely fantastic. Young
He
kids
eats
come
grass?
A human?
They hopefully
When
will.
he eats weed, you mean? He's eating weed or just grass? He picks up the grass.
Just regular grass like horses.
He's eating edibles. Like, I don't know. He's Rice Krispie edibles.
Grass.
He eats grass.
Yeah, he does. He eats some grass every time he goes out on to play, but he's a great player. Very strong, mate. Strong built. And, yeah, they got some good players. Like I said, they've never made the finals yet, and they've been up there. AFL pumps a lot of money into the grassroots, but lots of kids and women are now playing up there in Queensland. And the Lions, the other team, they were 5-0, and then they got beat last night. So Gold Coast Suns versus the Lions in a couple of weeks. The Q clash, they call it, the two Queensland teams.
So, Mick, what's the corruption scandal that you want to talk about?
Oh, mate, Cricket Canada. Well, the CEO, Salman Khan, he wingled and wangled his way up to CEO of Cricket Canada. He has been on criminal charges from Calgary, the Calgary District League. The cops down there investigate him for about 8 years for lots of money gone missing. I've heard it's maybe nearly $300,000 gone missing, and he's made inroads here into Edmonton. And this guy in BC on Devash's show, he called the bosses of Cricket Canada and around Canada, he called them a mob of gangsters. I could do a better job than the CEO and president of Cricket Canada, but my boss, Philip Hicks, he would be even better than me. So we got a lot of people on our side to sort out the corruption because people are sick of it. And in the World Cup, the first time Canada got in for years, they didn't even pick their best team because these bosses picked their mates. People are sick of it. Now, a lot of people from India and Pakistan, they're beautiful people, and a lot of them are my friends, but a lot of them guys are also sick of the corruption. So we're sorting it out, mate.
You better sleep with
Gangsters
one
and
eye
mobsters.
open.
Like, what, are you trying to get yourself killed?
Exactly.
You
You guys keep doing your thing. I got no beef with it. All right, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned.
Please don't start, Gabe. Don't stick up for him. I'm the one that's reporting on it, and we've got a lot of people on our side, mate.
Mick Aussie in the house with us. Mick's passionate about this. $300,000.
No, I'm just saying, we care about you. You don't mess with these guys.
And in Montreal, mate, people got banned from the league just because they spoke up against the bosses, mate. It's terrible. Corruption in all sports, but this is bad, mate. And we got a letter from the secretary here that the treasurer, he resigned, mate, and dobbed all his mates in. So we are absolutely, and others are very, very upset with the corruption. And Cricket Canada has huge potential, mate, because there's so many people here from India and Pakistan, as you know. And a lot of them are just beautiful people, mate. I've got a lot of friends here.
I didn't know Mick Aussie. Like, I was speaking with the secretaries. What are you working for the Fifth Estate here? Like, trying to uncover the corruption of the cricket world. So it's probably a world I don't want to get into. Mick Aussie in the house with his 1-0 for the Calgary Flames on the way out here. All right, Mick, before we let you go, so we got all the playoffs coming up, but next Thursday night's the NFL draft, Mick, which is sort of the unofficial start of the season, right? I mean, time goes by fast. We're already, we're into the playoffs right now. These playoffs will take us into the summertime. CFL season's around the corner. Can't wait for that. And then NFL, but NFL draft next Thursday, Mick. You going to get your Bronco jersey out?
Oh, look, I haven't followed it as much as I have been recently with other sports going on. But, yeah, it's a great night. I hear it's up there in Green Bay. So that'll be interesting. But, yeah, it's funny how people just sardine cans in and how thousands of people will crush together just to look at the screen and the players. That's not me, mate. I'd rather sit back and watch it on TV. Absolutely. But, yeah, it's a great night. I love it.
You're
It's
too
totally
busy,
you. You would, yeah, you would, yeah, exactly. No, you would like the draft, Mick. It's a big party. It's cooler than the Super Bowl week. It is because it's free. So you have fans from every team that are there, and it's just basically a bunch of NFL fans getting drunk. And it's a very cool, they have Mick, it's basically like a Super Bowl. Like they do the same thing. They set up the tents with the fan experience, and you know what I mean? You got all that type of stuff. You got the big stage, but there's hundreds of thousands of people. It's like a rock festival or something, except it's an NFL draft. Right? So on TV, it looks boring, all right, and we select this, but people are just getting wasted, Mick, and, you're a big talker and schmoozer. You would be filming stuff all night there. You would love it, Mick.
Oh, I'm sure, of course I would. Absolutely, especially in Vegas, getting all sorts of trouble if I was down there with you, mate. That'd be mayhem.
And we were there for the Vegas. Next year, it's Pittsburgh. That'll be pretty lit. They got to do one in Buffalo. They're not going to do a Super Bowl in Buffalo, so yeah, they should do a draft in Buffalo, Cam, because they're not going to give them a Super Bowl.
Good call. Excellent.
It'd be a good time. Our boy Tommy would come down. We'll go to the draft in Buffalo.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Buffalo Bills have a new stadium opening in 2 years? Not this year. I think this is the following year that the Buffalo Bills will be playing in their stadium as it's being built. Mick Aussie, thanks for the picks, Mick. I'm going to hit this Premier Indian League. Let's get it.